Welcome to the world of fighting. This channel will inform you about the hottest and loudest news in the sports community. Support the channel with likes and comments. Get your mugs of hot tea ready, and here we go!
Let's go!
Huge development in the Court of Appeal today, as a neighbor of Nikita Han says they witnessed her partner assaulting her hours after she claimed to be attacked by Conor McGregor. Conor is innocent. That's why he was never convicted of a crime.
Oh my God! Wow!
The case was in for mention today to see whether they could fix a date for an application for new evidence to be introduced in this appeal. But Mr. Justice Seamus Noonan said that after reading the papers that had been filed, he had modified his thinking, and he noted that a significant part of the original case was the bruising on Miss Han's body when she was that was noted when she was in the rotunda on the 10th of December 2018, and when Gardaí photographed her on the 11th of December. She claimed that these were inflicted by Conor McGregor, which he denied, but wasn't in a position to offer a plausible explanation. However, he noted that he is now seeking to introduce this evidence, saying that a woman has come forward who is a former neighbour of Miss Hand, who is alleging that she witnessed Miss Hand and her former partner Stephen Redmond having a heated row on the night of the 9th of December 2018 into the following morning, and that she inferred that he assaulted her by punching her or kicking her while she was on the ground, though however she couldn't actually see Miss Hand. Mr. McGregor's team say that this explains the bruising, and that it's on this basis that they're seeking to introduce this evidence. Now, Ms. Hand's barrister Ray Boland told the court that she has filed an affidavit already claiming that this is all lies, and seeking as well pointing to issues rather around the neighbour's credibility, including why she didn't come forward during the trial. And Mr. Boland said that there's also another serious issue regarding whether the evidence was available at the time, saying that Mr. McGregor's team claim it comes after Mr. McGregor was contacted via an Instagram message that came about as a result of the publicity surrounding the case. However, Mr. Boland said that there was publicity from the very start of all of this. Now, Mr. Justice Noonan said regardless of whether the evidence should be admitted or not, it was clearly relevant, and that an assessment of its credibility would involve an examination of all the evidence and cross-examination of the witnesses as well. So he believed that the appeal judges should hear the application whether to admit it alongside the substantive appeal, saying that both of them were inextricably linked. So Mr. Boland told the court they may as well get Mr. Redmond to file an affidavit in relation to this, saying that there was a very serious allegation here, and he said he may need to cross-examine Mr. McGregor's solicitor as to when this evidence was available. Mr. Justice Noonan agreed to all of this, and he set a date of the 1st of July for the motion and for the appeal to be heard. It's expected to last up to 3 days.
Ilia Topuria confirms he'll be fighting at Nashua UFC 317 on June 28th.
Hola a todos, me gustaría agradecerle a la Comunidad de Madrid y a su presidenta por este reconocimiento por la Gran Cruz de la Orden de 2 de mayo. Lo siento muchísimo por no poder estar ahí con vosotros, pero tengo la preparación por delante. Espero volver a haceros felices a todos el día 28 de junio. Y nada, feliz día de la Comunidad de Madrid, pásenlo en grande.
Nice. Francis Ngannou breaks his silence following reports of him being involved in a motorcycle accident that resulted in the loss of a young woman's life. Francis explained he is unable to discuss more about the accident since the investigation is still ongoing.
From the very beginning, I've been by the family's side, offering support, comfort, and deepest condolences during this time. I've met with them privately to share in their grief, and I will continue to stand with them every step of the way. I carry their pain with me, and my unwavering thoughts and support remain with them as they face this heartbreaking loss.
Jon Jones framed fight posters from throughout his career and says there's one last perfect spot left. Hunter Campbell met with Khabib Nurmagomedov and Rizvan Magomedov, Islam Makhachev's manager, in Dubai. Merab Dvalishvili thinks he can take on a gorilla in a fight.
One gorilla? It's easy, bro. I'm smart, I'm strong, I'm training every day. You think I cannot take one gorilla?
What's the strategy? Choke?
I'm gonna take my t-shirts off, my pants off. Don't worry, don't worry. And then shoot, take him down, boom, boom, easy. I think I can take one gorilla.
600 pounds.
600 pounds? Maybe inside trip.
What is going on in there? Why? What is taking so long? I've wasted all day!
Should Kamaru Usman retire if he loses to Joaquin Buckley? Joaquin Buckley continues to PR himself before the big fight for him.
And don't get it twisted, y'all. I'm always focused. I'm always locked in. But I always like to prepare for that next move. So y'all already know, once I beat Kamaru Usman, my mentality and where I want to go is get that belt. Now, Belal is the one that wins, right? Because if he doesn't win and JDM wins, I'm already know the UFC got different moves that they trying to do. You understand? So I'm hoping Belal wins, and once he wins, knock his ass out, and then go ahead and proceed to be the biggest star in the UFC. Because right now the big talk is there is no stars in the UFC right now, right? And if they are, they done lost, you know what I'm saying? They didn't, you know what I'm saying, fumble the bag in some type of way. So I really feel like, man, this is my opportunity to really show up and show out. But yet again, bro, I got to go into that cage, man, get my hand raised. But not only get my hand raised, go out there, man, and dominate this man and get the knockout that I know that I can get.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Joaquin Buckley doesn't plan to stop the public war of words with Ian Machado Garry anytime soon.
So Ian Garry was victorious on Saturday. You guys have had a back and forth. He went
barely.
Yeah, apparently, right? He went on the Ariel Helwani show this week and said, you talking about him, he said it's just desperation. That's all it is. It's quite sad. He can't generate enough talk about himself, but they're doing the stuff he does, so he tries to piggyback off other people. Is he accurate at all?
Yeah, he accurate. Yeah, he right. I'm piggybacking off the Buck versus Cuck. Boy, I'm gonna keep running that. I'm gonna keep running with that, boy. The videos, the numbers go up every time I mention his name. But you know, at the end of the day, bro, this is the fight business, right? We gotta promote. We gotta speak about each other, right? And get people excited for something, and put a storyline behind something, right? And with these fighters, right, I find it funny. Don't get it twisted. He mentioned my name first. Yeah. He said something about me first in full send. And then that's when I came out, you know what I'm saying, to go see him in KC and do what I did. So at the end of the day, he mentioned me, but it wasn't until I started talking back, he got quiet.
Is that the fight that you want? Ian Garry?
Eventually, yeah. No, but don't get it twisted. I don't want it now. Right. I don't want it now. Like, let's make it worth it. Let's make it, you know, he won a title, I won a title. Let's fight each other when it all matters.
Can someone get me out of here?
Khamzat Chimaev sends a message to Belal Muhammad after he expressed interest in a fight with him. Belal Muhammad responds to Khamzat Chimaev. Belal Muhammad's prediction for his fight against Jack Della Maddalena.
He'll break in 3.
Daniel Cormier calls out double standards as Islam Makhachev faces stripping talks after 4 title defenses, while Jon Jones stays champion with just 1 defense.
You're holding on to the belt, not really doing anything, so it's odd. But you know what's annoying to me is Islam Makhachev has said, I don't want to really fight Ilia Topuria because he's a 45-pounder, and I've done that. Give me somebody else. People are like, take the belt off of him. He should be stripped. I've seen reports, and I don't know that these are true, where they're like, it's either strip or defend for Makhachev. Why? Why? He has fought in the last 2 years. He fought Volk, he fought Dustin, he fought Volk again. He fought against what's the guy's name that just what's that guy's name?
You'll get it. You'll come up with it.
Right? He fought them all. Like, he fought 4 times in the amount of times that the heavyweight champ fought once.
Right. I totally agree.
Dan Hooker wants a change to the rankings.
Just before a guy fights, just play his highlight reel. And if it's double legs and single legs, well then why the fuck would you give him a title shot?
Yeah.
Play his highlight reel and then have him fight. Like, your record should be your highlight reel.
Javier Mendez reveals why Khabib attacked Dillon Danis and not the other coaches of Conor McGregor.
He jumped the cage and went after his coaches. And I never asked him, believe it or not, I never asked him why he did that until a couple of years after. I said, Khabib, why did you go after the cage? And why did you go after Dillon Danis? He goes, well, coach, because his head coach, it was too old and it would be disrespectful. So I had to go after Dillon. He was more my age. So I said, I was respect. Even in his anger, he went after Dillon. Yeah, he thought he couldn't touch the coach. He had to go after the younger one, and that was Dillon Danis. And Dillon was the one that was talking the most stuff anyway. So he was egging Khabib on through the whole fight. So he did that because number one, the coach is too old and he couldn't attack him. So he went after
the second one,
yeah.
Let's do this.
UFC fans are crazy, LOL. A fan asked Jose Aldo to sleep with his wife.
Okay, what is the strangest fan interaction you've ever had?
Primeira luta no UFC, né? Parou pra um lugar comer uma pizza e o cara veio com a esposa dele e falou que eu poderia ficar com a esposa dele, entendeu? It's crazy, né? Porra, loucura.
Would you ever do only feet?
Oh, não.
I feel like you'd make a lot of money.
Meu pé é muito deformado.
You got good toes. You got good toenails. I'm telling you, make some money.
Thank you. Thank you.
The funny DM a fan sent Mike Malott.
Really weird DMs?
One DM in my mind that
Tell
is
me.
the funniest thing. It says, I love watching you fight, man. And then there's a voice note behind it.
Joking, you're a bag of
I think like he was trying to make me laugh or he genuinely hates me. Either way, I absolutely love it.
Will you watch Dwayne Johnson's new MMA film? It's based on former UFC champion Mark Kerr's life. Did The Rock cook with this movie? What do y'all think?
I'm doing a blind reaction to Dwayne Johnson's new trailer, The Smashing Machine, directed by Benny Safdie, who also did Uncut Gems. Okay, now I'm about to watch it. Dude, that's The Rock? He looks unrecognizable. Okay, he's playing legendary UFC and MMA fighter Mark Kerr. He looks just like him. Dude, he's ripped. Usyk! Dude, this cast is incredible. This is cool because it highlights like OG Pride days before Mark Kerr was in the UFC. Pride never die. Smells like The Rock really cooked with this one. I think this is going to be Dwayne Johnson's best performance.
Am I going to hurt him before he hurts me?
Because he's so human in this. Sometimes you're flying home with fighters on the same flight. People are asking like, what happened? And the way Dwayne Johnson's explaining what he does.
You ever heard of the Ultimate Fighting Championship?
The bloody thing they're trying to ban.
Is literally identical to conversations I've heard. You know, back in the day, the connotation with MMA was that it was barbaric. It shouldn't be televised. So this lady's reaction was really spot on. I mean, you couldn't even fight it on pay-per-view. It was so hard to find. It's an homage to the UFC. It's an homage to fighters, to the fighters' wives, to the fighters' girlfriends. You're seeing it from both perspectives. I think this is exactly something the MMA community needs. We haven't had a movie like this in so long. Check out The Smashing Machine. Hits theaters nationwide October 3rd. Go check out the trailer and I'll see you there. My way. The song makes me really emotional. I don't know why.
Alex Pereira's head movement is insane, man. Colby Covington will be weighing in as the backup fighter for UFC 315. The UFC didn't ask him to, he just wants to feel involved. Beneil Dariush says Islam Makhachev could do well at 170 pounds, but believes he might have some trouble if he ever faced Belal Muhammad or other top guys in the division, simply because of their size alone.
I think he would do really well at 170. I think there are guys who could be very difficult for him. Actually, Belal would be very difficult because I know they train together, but when I, for example, train with Belal, one thing I realized, his cardio is fantastic. I only got to train with him once and I grappled with him, and you know, technically he's so proficient. He doesn't make big mistakes or mistakes in general. He stays in the right places, doesn't take risks. Very difficult to deal with. And if you don't have what I would call like some kind of supernatural cardio, you're gonna get tired going against them. Usman would be tricky, but I don't know where Usman's head is at. Kamaru is definitely a guy who's very difficult. But there's a lot of guys at 170. Shavkat Rakhmonov, like all these guys, they're going to be difficult for him just because of the size. The size does make a difference.
Arman Tsarukyan defeated Makhachev Zainukov by unanimous decision in his grappling match at Hanwha Karate Combat 54.
How does it feel being inside our KC pit?
Feels great. Thank you so much. 1 minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner from the red corner, Arman Tsarukyan.
Rolly Romero defeats Ryan Garcia by unanimous decision.
Shrek both scored it 115 to 112. Velasco Roldan has it 118 to 109. The winner by unanimous decision, Rolando Rolly Romero.
Devin Haney defeats Jose Ramirez via unanimous decision.
Both have it the same, 119-109. Kevin Morgan scores at 118 to 110. All three judges have it. Unanimous 4. Still undefeated, and he is Devin the Dream